Yo, what it do? What it do? You are listening to your number one crew. This is Over the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. Sorry to keep y'all waiting. Sorry for the late start, but we are here to give y'all a new episode. What's going on, everybody?
I guess they seen enough episodes so they know who you are.
Yeah, they know who I am. Y'all see it on
What's going on, everybody? This is your man Trey, aka OTR Trey, aka Treyway, aka Thursday Night Trey, aka Watch Party Trey. So, welcome to episode 192 of the Over the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. This episode is titled "Return of the Bloodline?"
there.
Question mark.
Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
Question mark. We'll figure. We'll get the answer to that question later on in the show. That's gonna be our main topic. But I did want to go ahead and start off with something we didn't get a chance to touch on because it happened after we recorded. But Cody Rhodes being a three-time undisputed champion. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I called it last week. Um, I said that if they want to make this a WrestleMania that is going to be up to the level of any WrestleMania in the past 3 years, um, they have to give us what we want. They have to give us rivalries that we want. They have to give us the one on ones or whatever that we want, dream matches and all of that. So for Cody winning, like I said, this sets up Cody versus Randy. We could possibly get a return of somebody. We could possibly get a heel change, a heel turn, something within that nature. So, I'm definitely a lot of people upset that Cody won, right? Um,
So much so that they bought bots to
yo,
make it disliked.
yeah, like the dislike numbers was like ridiculous. I I really want to know, like, do people just like being trolls, or are they actually fans and they really dislike it? Like, are people really like supportive of Drew McIntyre? Are they really supportive of Cody, or do they just
Well,
not like the program? Like, I really want to know, like, why people hate. Like, do they not see the bigger picture of things, or because honestly, it made no sense to have Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. It didn't. It just, to me, it didn't.
I don't. Okay, so I think it's a lot of stuff in there. I do think that people don't necessarily always look at the bigger picture and realize the long term storytelling that they're trying to do.
Right.
Um, I also think that people, we say it all the time, people's attention span, they get fatigued easily, and when you have Cody that was champion for a year, then
Mhm.
he loses it, and then he gets it, and then he doesn't really go that long without getting it back. Then
I
he
think he
loses it.
went maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then he because Cody had came back at Saturday Night Main Event and attacked Cena.
Hmm.
I thought he was gonna be gone for a little bit longer than that after WrestleMania.
Right.
And then he wins it back.
Hmm.
Then he loses it again, and then and then he has a chance to win it back in the Royal Rumble, a chance to win it back in the Chamber,
Hmm.
and then he still ends up getting the title back anyway.
Right.
So I think that's what is frustrating people, unless you're like a really big Cody fan, which is why I wish that Jay was up here because he'd be the one giving it up, talking about something. Yeah, man, but we love Cody, da da da. But I do want to say, when it comes to Cody's video being more disliked than Jay's, and there was nothing that came out that, at least that I saw, of Jay's video being bought by bots. They really didn't like when Jay won that title. So I guess sometimes it is
Right.
organic. The Cody shit was just
Yeah.
diabolical hate. But I'm not mad at
Yeah.
that. I was mad
Okay.
at first that
So
he won, but then I was like, okay, it's better if it goes this way because now you
I
got now you got
and
the
so
Sammy
this
crash
is the
outs
thing.
and all of that.
Yeah. So but this is the thing. Did people really think that Cody was gonna be a one and done champion?
No, I don't think they thought that. But I mean, shit,
Okay. So did they think
been back for
but
how long?
this is the thing. Did they really think that this is year 4, right?
And he's already a 3-time champion in 4 years.
I mean, I feel like that's good. We've had champions that have won the championship 5 times in a year, and just to boost their stats. Cody is now a 3-time champion in four going on 5 years. He wasn't picked to be a transitional champion. So after, I guess what I'm trying to ask is like after he held it for a year and he lost, did people think it was going to take him a whole another physical year to win that championship back?
I don't know what they
You
honestly,
gotta
I
you
don't know
gotta
what they
think,
I don't know what they thought, but I guess if you're going by the Sami Zayn way of thinking, and if you want to know what we're talking about, go check out the little short that's on our social media platforms. Made a video about it. If you go by what Sammy is saying, it just seems like Cody just keeps getting unlimited chances to win back the title after he loses it. Most people only get one rematch. Cody seems to get unlimited rematches to get this title back until he wins it back.
he does, but and then
So
you
that
look at,
could be what people's issues is, not necessarily him doing it,
yeah,
him getting the title back. It could just be the fact that since he's the new Golden Boy, people probably think it's just inevitable that he's always going to get
okay.
chances to win it back.
So let's just think about it like this, right? When he lost to Roman, right?
Hmm.
He did not win another championship until he won until he beat Roman the next year,
True. What's up,
right?
Naheed Shark?
Right?
Right.
So he went a whole year of chasing and trying to get back to that point, which he became a 2-time Royal Rumble winner,
The
right?
story.
Right.
Hmm.
Story. He finally won.
Hmm.
Okay. So boom, he did that. He held it for a year. Now, if you look at that part, Cody fought to get, and here I go supporting him, and y'all know me, like I don't really support. I just support what's right. He fought for a whole year to get back to the point where he could compete for a championship, for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Now, Sammy had that same kind of opportunity. You want to know the difference? Sammy lost,
I mean, technically, Cody did too.
but Cody has not lost fighting for the championship. Cody has lost when he's had the championship.
Okay, now I hear you, and
So you see my point, right?
do I do, and I am sympathetic to the fact that, to be fair, Drew cost Cody in both the Rumble and the Chamber. Let me see. One thing I can't understand is how much breaking down and analyze people can do with wrestling when it's all staged. Not trying to be rude. Who
No,
said that?
I mean
Chris 2173? Should be
very much.
tough.
I said very much so. It is staged. Totally understand that, right? But what's is staged as far as the story aspect. We know that you watch WWE under Unreal, but the point of analyzing it is when you got fans who disagree with where it comes at. See, we're a podcast that actually breaks down how far they're gonna go. Does the story make sense and everything? We're not just a podcast of fans that's trolling and just nitpicking on every decision. It just got to make sense. So if you are a watcher, if you tune in and you watch it and everything, and you might be lost, maybe you're a gap of that, but you know what I'm saying. We're here to dissect. Does it make sense? Is this the right decision? Does what happened actually make sense in the wrestling realm for fans? So with this particular point, it's Does Cody winning make sense for WrestleMania? Absolutely, it does. Would any other decision going forward make sense in where Cody is not in the WrestleMania main event facing Randy Orton at this point? No, it doesn't. You're gonna it's a business. What's gonna draw in them ticket sales?
So, uh, yeah. So when you break it, so he said, "Got you." It makes sense. So what I was gonna say is, if I just had to break it down, I don't see the difference in us critiquing wrestling that is staged being any different than people that have whole podcasts dedicated to critiquing TV series or movies.
Or even like the NBA and stuff like that.
I mean, some people say that's stage too. I'm not one of those.
At 83 points, that seems a little stage to me. 20 years to the almost to the date of Kobe
Yeah,
Bryant eclipsing 81.
yeah. I'm still not jacking that.
Oh,
Shout
okay.
out to Bam Adebayo. Yeah,
Hey, shout out to Bam, but hey, come on, it gotta make sense. NFL.
I don't think if they were gonna pick somebody to break it, he'd be the one. Uh, but anyway, but yeah. So and then it's just like analyzing anything. I know people that analyze comic books for a living. I mean, so
But
same thing.
Chris, that was a good question. Like that was a good input. Like
Mhm.
take that full heartedly. Like and we support people's stance when it comes to that stuff. So I appreciate you commenting, like for real, for real. Um, but back to what I was saying with Sammy, like so he's chasing, he fought for it, he lost. Cody chases it, he fights for it, he wins. I mean, that's just what happens.
So yeah, I like what Truth said, and I said it. I had just mentioned that Truth that yeah, none of this happens if Drew doesn't keep costing Cody because he was obsessed with Cody not getting a rematch, and because when you think about it, what was the clause that Drew put in the contract when he beat Cody for the title was that Cody couldn't challenge for it again. But it's like
Unless
is but he made that contract null and void when he kept costing Cody.
Well, yeah, he was like that. Cody couldn't challenge for it unless he won the Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber. Cody
And
lost both of those, but Drew was the deciding factor on why Cody lost those.
exactly. Like the definite deciding factor.
But what I see is too is like Cody is naive, just like Sammy is naive. So you got two naive people that are going back and forth.
The funniest part was when Cody was like, because you could see the frustration on Cody's face, and I understand that because when I listen to Sami Zayn talk, I get exhausted as well.
Right,
So I can understand the frustration in Cody when Sammy just keeps walking up to him and pretty much saying that Cody's not deserving. He's pretty much saying Cody ain't deserving of another rematch to fight for the title. And then Cody's point is pretty much it ain't my fault that you hesitated and that you decided to try to help me instead of beat me. That ain't my fault. And
right,
that's why I like what Randy said to him. And he was like, you might want to start listening to the voices in your head. And then Sammy was, what did he say? Oh, doesn't that make you a bad person? Like, Sammy is so naive. He's like a child. And Randy said, I don't know about all that, but it made me a 14-time champion. Then he smirked and walked away. So
right.
that's I was like, that's why in that video that I made, could we be seeing something change in Sammy? Is he finally going to start being selfish?
But does him being selfish cost Cody, or does it cost Randy?
Okay, shit, both of them.
Huh?
It don't even
Well,
matter.
what I say is like if it causes Randy, then that's Sammy's selfishness of wanting to beat Cody for it. If it causes Cody, then that's Sammy being straight heel and thinking that he's going to earn the opportunity to fight Randy.
Because he said he was like, "What is this? It's like you're trying to get a title match, and I haven't even won the damn thing yet."
Yeah, true.
I loved it. I loved it. Uh, let's see here. All
I
right,
agree with Zando. Zando said that I don't love Cody, but Sammy got to win to have a any type of claim. I wholeheartedly understand that.
that's why his whole underdog thing irritates me. Like, bro,
So
stop.
if you wanna start Sammy to Saudi story, have Sammy call someone at Mania. I agree. I agree.
And I wouldn't be. And honestly, I
The
think he
same way,
should
the
call.
same way he helped. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was pretty much gonna say the same thing. Like, um, the same way he helped Cody beat Roman, he needs to help Randy beat Cody. I feel like that would be full circle.
Yeah, I'll just get ready to say that because I think that the next time when he should cost Cody to show Randy that he was listening to him, and then try to use Randy's logic against him to try to win the
Hmm.
title. That's what he
Or,
should do.
you know, something is telling me that Aleister Black. So remember, I said like they're using Aleister Black. They're picking up off of the Karrion Cross story, and
Yeah,
they're just
that's
using
clear.
Aleister Black to do that same story, like
Hmm.
carrying it on. I feel like Aleister Black, the way he was coming at Randy wasn't meant for Randy, but it was meant for Sammy, and I see Sammy joining with Aleister Black. Yep,
And none of E get on my nerves sometimes because they could have just kept Cross and had Sammy get with him.
could have very
They
much
could have
so.
just done that because Aleister Black ain't done shit since he lost to Priest.
You're right.
Okay, so moving on to the next topic, we have Seth Rollins returning again, but with like 30 masked men this time, doing some type of
Retribution.
some type of putty dance. For if y'all know the Power Rangers, you know what I'm talking about. Um, and I saw something, and I texted it to myself. Okay, and it's Seth Rollins was on Good Morning America or Good Morning Football, Good Morning
Yeah.
Football, because I know he does that. And they asked him what was up with all them people that he had with him, and he pretty much said the reason why they're all there is so that he doesn't have to get physical because apparently he really isn't cleared fully
Mm,
to take contact.
got you.
So, because I was wondering like, why the hell is he just like summoning these people from the dead?
Right.
But it makes sense now why he's only swinging chairs and doing curb stomps
Mm,
because he can't really take bumps yet.
that makes sense.
We have what 5 weeks until Mania, so maybe he'll be cleared by then. But the shit that got me was, did you see that big dude that was
That was a masked man.
one of the masked man,
Yeah.
that big offensive lineman?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, he just picked everybody. Those must be people from his school because you
NXT.
you had every size, literally in weight and in height.
Yeah. Definitely.
But what was your thoughts on the whole masked man segment? Because it looks like we're gonna keep going with it for now.
Okay. So what I got from the masked man is that little by little, I believe that Seth is going to start revealing members, a new regime that he has. Um,
So
I
you no
don't think
longer think that
so.
Theory's part of it
I
anymore?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm still not saying that. But I feel like that it possibly could be more. And the reason why I said that it could be more is I don't know if you paid attention to the segment with the New Day and how Kofi shut out Grayson Waller when
When
he
he
was
was trying to
talking to
recruit Javon,
Javon. So
trying
I
to
think
recruit Javon, not just talk to him.
yeah. So I think that Grayson Waller might be out, and because quote unquote he was one of the masked men to fill in that was pretty much like displaying supposed to be Seth Rollins or whatnot. I think that Grayson Waller might be a part of that regime as well.
Okay, so you think he's going to have two members from the current roster, and then maybe like one or two from NXT,
Maybe
and
that's a
maybe
possible.
one.
Maybe one.
Uh, we got to put Royce Keys somewhere, so maybe he can
I
join them.
I don't know if he'll be a part of that. Maybe Royce Keys could be the new, since they are kind of healed. Maybe he could be the new Big E with more of a grittier, edgier side.
Kind of like what Odyssey Jones was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah, since they are healed right now, you could kind of put him into that mix and just him being, a powerhouse like he is. He don't really talk or anything like that. He just comes in and causes damage. You know,
Would you like to see
Odyssey
Javon
Jones
join the
just
New Day?
I would love to see Javon as a heel.
Because we never got it in NXT,
Nah, I would love to see Javon as a heel.
and New
I
Day would
think
be
that
perfect mentors for him.
I just think that Javon is more he's beloved. I think it would have to come to where maybe his his fan favoritism like dies down, like people start to get sour of him for a little bit, and then
Mm.
be a transition.
See, the thing
Unless
is,
you want a big pop with him being here. Now and I will say this, so I know what you're probably gonna get into, but I will say this: anytime there's a transition from a heel to a face, then another face turns heel,
mhm.
and so and it's gonna go into one of our later segments. We had a heel turn face, so we could be transitioning into a face turning heel.
'Cause what I was going to say was if Javon, because Javon was like pretty much the ultimate underdog in NXT because he kept losing opportunity after opportunity at the NXT Championship, not all
Right.
by just straight up losing.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you bring that up to the main roster, where he starts, because right now he's been feuding with like the Grandes, and he's been feuding. He ain't really been like feuding, but he's been having these crazy spots in the Rumble and in the Chamber. I don't see any way that Javon, where the crowd would turn on him. He would have to just get fed up and do something, as opposed to the
Yeah.
crowd turning on him.
So it's going to take some time. I see something maybe happening if he does turn after WrestleMania. I can see him going after the IC championship, getting screwed or losing and stuff like that, and then he takes them up on that. I would love to see him and Kofi as a tag team. Like I think that'd be legit, especially with Xavier being out right now. And
Yeah.
maybe that's what that's about is because they don't know the timetable on Xavier Woods and they don't like actually the chemistry that Grayson Waller and Kofi has.
Well, that could also be that they don't really see. I don't know what they see with Grayson Waller. Honestly,
Yeah,
I had
honestly,
I kind of had hopes for him when he came up from NXT. It's because I liked the feud that he had with Braun Breaker. But
it,
I don't,
it's it's like it, it's like what's up R to the B? It's like Grayson Waller is like when KO was with the New Day and he was Big K,
no, he was Big O.
Big O, Big Owens. Yeah, so like Grayson, he just don't fit. And then I'm tired of them wearing all this sassy ass apparel.
And well, that's 2026,
Hey, listen. Next thing you know, they're gonna be coming out the Uzi.
bro. Have you seen? Hold on. So you remember Luca from the Family
Yeah.
NXT?
Mm-hmm.
So they're rebranding him in Evolve. Have you seen it,
No.
bro? He looked like a mix of uh Mason Mansour and
Oh man.
Tyler Breeze, and he doing some weird accent. Like it's weird. I'm gonna have to find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna send it to you. But I don't know what the hell this rebranding is about to be about. Kind of
Yeah.
like a Fandango Tyler Breeze. I don't know what the hell it is.
See, and that's just
Because
the
I
way
like
that
what they did with Stacks. I
yeah,
like
that's
how he
just the way that the
rebranded.
company works. Like
Yeah,
they're trying to feed into
I like that, and how him and Ariana Grace, how they bond. They're kind of like a diet living dom.
yeah.
Um, I don't know when Rizzo's coming back, and then I'm still trying to figure out this Lone Wolf Tony D thing. Uh, Adrian Adonis, who is that? Is that Luca's new character?
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying.
Okay, but anyway, was he the one that had makeup on? Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, man, JD teased it. I'm wearing the hat. You know what time it is. The Judgment Day finally kicked Finn Balor out. Oh my god, I was so happy. I was so happy. What was your Before I go, what was your initial thoughts? Because I got some words of what I
Oh, I
don't
knew it was gonna happen. The
want.
back when Dom was backstage and he was looking for Finn, I knew it was going down at that point. And
As
then
soon
when
as he
they
said, "I
came
got
to
to
the
go to the
ring,
ring," yeah,
yeah, yeah, I was like, "Up, it's about to happen tonight." What I did not expect, but we kind of teased it. JD McDonough,
with a clothesline from
JD
hell.
McDonough. If anybody did not sell the heel turn or the face turn for Finn, it was JD McDonough.
Yeah, now I feel you. I feel you because it was touch and go, but I kind of figured that JD would align with the Judgment Day because everybody's been wanting a Finn face turn.
Mm-hmm.
Zandel just brought it up. Everybody wants the demon back because the last time we saw the demon, it didn't go too well.
Right.
But Finn needs to be on his own
Mm-hmm.
and go back to being the Finn Balor that won the Universal Championship but had to relinquish it because of a shoulder injury. He needs to get back to that.
Yeah.
Get back to the Prince. Um,
I feel like that it was perfect timing, especially with the retirement of AJ Styles.
hmm
I feel like perfect time. Like we already lost one of the founding members. Like we already, I won't say founding, but we lost one of the most important, impactful members of the Bullet Club, right? And we still have one of the members of the Bullet Club in Finn Balor. Finn Balor is definitely championship material. He has the charisma, he has the aura, him on his own. I knew it was coming too because they had his symbol over the Judgment Day logo during his entrance. That's what
I
spoke
didn't even pay attention
volume.
to that.
That spoke volume. And when he remember I said a long time ago that everybody was coming out to their own entrance and they were not coming out to like Judgment Day music.
Until last night when Finn and the girls came out, Dom and the girls came out to the Judgment Day music.
And Finn came out to his own
Yeah,
with JD. But Finn has been coming, like literally, everybody's been coming out to their own. Raquel's came out to her own music, but the Titantron had her name, and then on the side panels, it had the Judgment Day. Dom's come out.
well, to be fair, they normally always come out to their own
Not
music.
Nah, they didn't start that until I want to say after Survivor Series. They've been doing it constant.
Well, that's because they don't hardly ever come out as a group anymore.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying after Survivor Series, we start seeing trinkles effect of because it was at one point that
Because Liv
everybody,
always
if
comes out to her
if
music.
anybody, if anybody had a match, they came out to the Judgment Day theme because they had a Judgment Day theme. But then all of a sudden, when people start having solo matches and stuff like that, they would come out even if they had one of their members supporting them as being the outside like manager or whatever, they were coming out to Judgment Day theme. But then all of a sudden they start coming out to their individual entrances,
They
but
just
just
had
had
the
Judgment.
Judgment Day stuff on the side.
Right. So when they start doing that, I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, they're getting ready to start doing this transition to where somebody's about to get kicked out.
So, and then I saw people online. They was like, "Oh look, Liv about to join Finn. Why she ain't do nothing when he backed her in the corner? Why she ain't low blown?" I was like, "That's because they were setting up for the JD turn.
Mm-hmm.
That's why." Because then after that happened, Liv jumped on him immediately and started beating on him, and then Raquel just started dropping elbows.
Yeah.
Um, but so this is what I don't want to happen in WWE. I know they're going to do this because they did the same shit with Rhea and Damian Priest when they got kicked out. WWE, I am not going to let you gaslight me and rewrite history to make it seem like Finn was good the entire time. That's what's not going to happen because you know that's what they're going to do.
Okay. So
That's exactly what
basically,
they did the last time when they kicked the other two out.
you want Finn to kind of be like a desperado vigilante type, like kind of like a Stone Cold, where he still has his edgy side, but he's a face.
No, I just don't want. I don't. I don't. I just don't want him to be. I just don't want it to be like when when Dom had legitimate reasons as to why, when Dom and Finn and the rest of the group had legitimate reasons as to why they turned on Damien and Rhea, WWE made it seem like Damien and Rhea got kicked out for no reason. There's a reason why
Okay,
Dom
so
and Finn had
basically,
friction for like 6 months.
yeah,
Finn has been jealous of
yeah.
Dom for I don't know how long. He tried to bring Roxanne in to break up Liv and Dom. He it ain't the first time he tried to cost Dom the championship or a match.
Well, his hatred really got big um,
Got
when
pinned.
Dom, yeah, with Dom pinned Finn for the IC championship.
Hmm. Then he's screaming about no new members, brings in Roxanne, got pissed when Dom said trying to bring in Penta. Like, that's what I'm saying. Y'all not about to rewrite history and act like I forgot. That ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna let it happen. Not on this show. uh
So leading up into WrestleMania, it definitely is gonna be a lot of back and forth, but I think it's gonna be more so back and forth between Finn and JD.
I think so. Okay, let me get to this first. Zandel says I could see Roxanne joining Finn since he's the one that brought her into the Judgment Day. Yeah, no, I don't see it. I don't see it. Because if JD could turn on Finn and he brought JD and Finn brought JD in when the Judgment Day at the time didn't want him in there, I could see Roxanne siding with the girls of the Judgment Day since and maybe that's what leads to Raquel in the future getting kicked out is Liv and Roxanne jump on her. I don't know. Unless they want to do like a mixed tag match, but they could do that with Finn and Stephanie. Um,
Um, the only thing that I would say with Roxanne is I see Roxanne coming back in and talking sense into Raquel, and her and Raquel turning on Liv.
see, but then you get to, and this is the problem. This was the issue that I was trying to figure out when it came to the group turning on Liv and Dom as a couple. Is if you have Roxanne and you gotta make it plain and clear that Liv needs to get turned on because if you have them to jump her, that could shift her into being a face, and you don't want that. You want her to stay. You want her to stay a heel. So you would have to do something because normally whenever a group jumps somebody, the person getting jumped becomes the face.
Yeah, I mean, or it could not be even being a jump. It could be like initially just turning their back on Liv.
Now I could
And
okay, I could see that. I could see maybe she asked them for help and they don't help her, or like you said, maybe they are in the ring and they just turn their back on her and walk away, and then maybe she
I mean, I could see.
tries to attack one of them, and then
No,
they
no,
jump.
no, no. I'm not even saying
That's how
that.
you
I'm saying
get
that
a face.
it would be, yeah, it would be on the same level as if you want to keep living Dom heels, right? So
Hmm.
leading going into WrestleMania, right? Let's just say Roxanne comes back, boom, boom, boom. We got about 2 weeks leading up into WrestleMania, and you got them Liv bossing them around, telling them what they need to do as far as going after Stephanie. When it comes down to it, she needs their help during that match, and they get ready to come in, and then Roxanne and Raquel look at each other, and they just step off the ring, and they turn their back and they walk away, and cost Liv her moment at WrestleMania. That's what makes them face and keeps Liv heel.
That's what I'm saying. I can see
Yeah,
that. He said, "You want living down together so bad as a solo act." It's not that I want them together so bad as a solo act, but that's where the money is.
it is. I mean,
WWE knows that. WWE knows that.
you keep them together. They are. You got to think like they're one of the most, other than how they're like how Rhea and Dom was, but you haven't seen that much of a strong heel couple since Triple H and Stephanie.
Exactly. And respectfully, Stephanie couldn't go like Liv can.
No,
So that makes it even better.
yeah. And
And
everybody,
I'm telling you, the end result is them having matching titles. Maybe even winning the AAA tag, mixed tag. What do
yeah,
you say?
just
They won't get turned on because if those two get kicked out, there is no Judgment Day. No, that's I'm talking. They're going to add new members. I
yeah,
think
yeah,
they're going to add new members.
definitely.
If they really if Triple
And
H
to
really
your
wants
point,
to make
Xander,
them
when you said
Bullet Club, then they're going to get new members.
yeah, and to Xander's point where he says JD has a reason why he turned, yeah, definitely. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the reason is that JD turned on Finn. It was that Finn did not check on JD the way that the rest of the Judgment Day checked on JD when he was hurt.
I mean, JD did a whole Instagram post about it
Yeah. So
or
I think
Twitter post.
that's definitely going to come up in the conversation when they had their promo on Monday.
And then for y'all that don't know, the reason why I got Biggie behind me is because Dom on his Instagram story when they showed the pictures of them jumping on Finn, he was playing Biggie Who Shot You. And for those of y'all that know, that's a dig at Finn because Bullet Club, and Finn's always pointing the guns,
Yeah.
and he said I shot you. So shout out to that whole segment. I'm glad that we finally uh getting away from officially now all the original members, even though Finn's not technically an original member, they all gone, and it's just Dom. Oh, side note, um, Dom said in an interview today, I think it was either today or yesterday, with the guy that I think his name is Brad Gilmore, the guy that hosts the Hall of Fame podcast with Booker T.
Mm-hmm.
Dom went up there and said that he wants his Intercontinental Championship back, and he'll fight Penta in a mask versus hair match for it. Where
Mm-hmm.
if he wins, he gets Penta's mask. If Penta wins, Dom shaves his head and his mustache.
Oh, Dom shaving. If they accept that.
If they actually did that, I don't know if they would do that though,
Yeah.
because I think Dom's gonna win Money in the Bank, especially now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about uh Saturday because they like to intertwine what's going on in WWE and AAA sometimes. So it's a good chance that Finn might pop up in Mexico and
Oh, I
cause
could.
his AAA career.
Oh, I could see that.
And uh on Instagram and Twitter, Liv said that she's going to be at a meet and greet on Saturday in New York from like 1 to 3.
Mm.
Now, granted, the in the states, Mexico, the AAA event doesn't start till 10, but over there, that means it's probably starting at 7. So I don't know if she's gonna be able to get over there quick enough to be in AAA to help him.
Right.
So yeah, Finn's probably going to show up because who knows how long this Danhausen curse lasts? Does it have to be actually lifted, or does it only last like a week? Like how long does it last?
Who knows?
So, but yeah, man, I was really excited about that. But let's go ahead and get to our main topic of the night, which is the bloodline returning? Question mark, question mark, question mark. JD, you wanna go ahead and start this one off?
Do I?
I'm asking.
We the ones. Enough said.
Not the twos.
Nah. One thing that, well, it's a couple things that gives you that interpretation that it will happen, right? First of all, when they came in, when was the last time that you seen the Usos come in wearing all black?
When they first turned heel.
Mm-hmm. Or that time when they had to come and help the big dog when he was the big dog,
Mm.
and they had to come help him when he was getting jumped, and that this was that little sneak tidbit of what they started off as, like the bloodline. They kept referencing their family traits and how those are his cousins and stuff like that, right? But just to see the seriousness. We talked about it. We said last week that the Usos were gonna confront CM Punk based upon
We just didn't know how they were gonna do it.
exactly. Um,
Also, when's the last time you seen Jay Uso that hot?
mm,
That
it,
was crash out, hot head, kick Sammy out the bloodline.
yeah, yeah.
Jay Uso.
Or to the point where he had that back and forth with his brother, and he turned and kicked Roman.
He said if the bloodline comes back, Punk will take over the vision. Like
Ooh,
the Nexus?
ooh.
Him and Logan Paul being on the same team would be hilarious.
For the first time, Xander, I'm going to say it. I like that. I like that.
So Zando actually had a subscriber question, and I'll ask it to you and the rest of our viewers. Should Punk have apologized? Legitimately apologized?
No.
And why not? Because I believe he deserved every bit of that ass whooping that they gave him.
I think this goes back to who we were saying. I think when me, you, and Jay was on the podcast about who's the heel and who's the face going to be in this match.
Hmm.
We have to separate the two. Don't get me wrong. I think they both get cheered almost equally.
Hmm.
I feel like that they're on equal standards as far as crowd favorites. We've never seen a face bloodline, right?
Yeah, we have.
Have we?
Against 2.0.
Oh no. Okay. All right. That don't count.
I said we definitely
You're
seen a
right.
face bloodline.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. But to this standard, um, if anybody knows CM Punk, he doesn't apologize about anything that he says.
Yeah, because he's so righteous.
Right. So
God. He
he
is so annoying to me.
he's annoying, but he made his points, right? Like
Mm,
he did make his points. He made his points justified. Like Roman never said he was sorry for the way that he treated you. Why should I have to apologize for what I'm saying to him?
that's so childish. And he did apologize to the Usos.
No, he apologized to Jimmy. He never apologized to Jay. He just
He
dapped
did
Jay up.
when he said the yeet. That
No,
was the apology.
absolutely not. We're not
Yeah,
going to say that because you even said that that was not an apology.
I don't care.
Oh, so you're flipping now?
Nah, because he did what I guess what I'm saying. It wasn't an I'm sorry. He apologized in a Roman way. He didn't double down and try to blame other people for why he did what he did. CM Punk's whole thing was, I'm doing this because he did this. Like, what? What?
True. You're correct.
Hold on. He said, so Zandal's writing a lot. He said, I had a scenario why he couldn't after they came. If you did, then he became a bitch. So there's only one choice was oh, he's saying he would have became a bitch if he apologized.
Yeah,
No, he wouldn't. He's a face. That's what you're supposed to do.
is he though?
I mean, shit. I don't know at this point.
After you make a comment like that, are you a face?
Oh no, nah, hell no, because then he
Because you said it last week.
probably the sickest thing that he said was, uh, do you think that he could hear you
Oh boy.
talking about Roman's dad?
Oh my goodness.
Do
He
you
said,
think he
and
can
I
hear
know
you?
y'all
'Cause
into spiritual shit.
I'm not a spiritual person, but I know who can hear me. Boy, I was what?
Oh my goodness.
That was nasty.
Cause I was like, and then that's when you seen Jimmy's feathers start getting ruffled. Like you're talking about spiritual, like, oh, you really trying to like dive in. He was just saying like start And then when they start bringing up history on how they were close with your relatives and stuff like that,
Even brought
it's
up
like,
Lance in Hawaii.
yeah, I was like, oh man, okay, this, yeah, but they have to make it personal.
He said Phil ain't gonna see heaven. Well, it don't matter because he don't believe in it.
All he has to do is say your family has a history of screwing me for years, and reference The Rock and what he did with the title. Mm,
Yeah, but then he also brought up how his family took care of him. Okay. So so he over here talking about how he was so broke that he was getting hot meals and gas money because they took care of him. Honestly, it's only two people in the bloodline that can screw with him. It's Roman and The Rock.
yeah,
That's
right.
it. Like, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And then if the Usos really are your friends and you're that close to that family, then if nothing else, out of respect for them, you should have said at least, yo, I took it too far. But I still feel this way about Roman, da da da. You could have easily
Hmm.
done that. You ain't had to double down and then call them young boys and then claim that Roman's in their head, making them do this stuff. Like, nah,
And it was like this ain't got nothing to do with Roman.
this is us. Because remember, Jay didn't even want to talk to him. Jimmy, being level headed, said, "No, we need to say something."
Yeah,
Because the family probably getting on them like, "Damn, y'all was gonna let him talk about our uncle like that?"
yeah. And then you got to think like, bro, like he never even referenced Rikishi and stuff. Like this be the moments where like, yeah, now Rikishi need to come out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like now we need to have some OG family members come out. Um, but back to the thing, do I see this is a perfect time to reunite the bloodline? Perfect time. Perfect time.
Well, Xander, you said you had a scenario why. You can go ahead and tell us if you would like.
And while he's writing that up, I do see there being an interaction with Roman and the Usos, and Roman saying, "I didn't need y'all to talk for me,"
Yep,
and then once again them saying this had nothing to do with you.
nothing to do with you. And that's when they go back to Punk saying that Roman's a narcissist.
Hmm.
But that's a narcissist calling another person a narcissist.
But then I see Roman doubling back, saying that I appreciate what y'all did for the family.
He can say the old generation had respect, but new generation don't. I feel like that's something he would say to Dom when they have their feud eventually, and why he gets on him about disrespecting Ray.
Yeah.
uh, if CM Punk is still face by then. Um, but also, I saw this starting to trend online. Tell me what you think about this. I feel like I know what your answer is going to be. People were saying that the way that Jimmy was handled himself and the way he was talking to Punk, people are saying that he should have been the Uso that they pushed and not Jay. What do you think?
Oh,
Because Jimmy got the mic skills. As friends, you should have given him the opportunity to apologize instead of interrupting him. Shit, they did multiple times. And then he said, "I'm sorry," and then started blaming Roman for everything.
so I think this goes back to what I said last year, um, about Jimmy definitely being the more vocal one.
Hmm.
I can't say for sure if Jimmy should have gotten the push instead of Jay. Um, if you're looking for the TV presence, possibly. If you're looking for the more ring presence, then you tip your hat off to Jay of what they can do in the ring. If you're looking for the persona, the aura, the promos and stuff like that, then you tip your head off to Jimmy.
Oh, you
I
want to come
I
up here?
don't.
You trying to come up here, Xander?
Yeah. Do that. Do that. Yeah. Do that. Do that. Do that.
All right, I'll get him up here.
Yeah.
But while I
But
get him up,
I don't know
uh,
what you think.
it's tricky because definitely Jimmy is a better promo, but in ring, I mean, well, the way they've made it, Jay has the more exciting move set for what they were trying to do with him,
Hmm. Even though
and
he took moves from all his family members, basically.
yeah. So I'm not necessarily saying that they should have pushed Jimmy um as the solo Uso to like become world champion or anything, but they definitely should have. They should have. I'll say this: they should have given him a push to where he could have got a mid card title at least.
Or they should have pushed it to the point where Jay actually fought Jimmy for the title.
Yeah, and because that match they had at WrestleMania was horrible, and they both even admitted.
Yeah, they would have had to run that back.
Xandal, I sent you the invite.
Um, but then I just look at like you look at them when they stand in the ring and who just has that, you know what I'm saying? Who just has that it factor?
Yeah, so but the thing is, they have two different types of it factors because Jimmy is funny, and
Yeah.
if he was a face, they could play on his humor, kind of like
Hmm.
how even though Solo is a heel, they're playing more to his comedic side.
Yeah.
Like you could do that with Jimmy.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right, Zandul has entered the chat. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
What up, Xana?
What's going on, man?
So what's your theory on? Explain your theory a little more on why he would join the Vision or lead the Vision.
So, this is the overwhelming theory, and it works out just because of the injuries. So, with Punk, because it seems pretty clear that they are with Roman, even though they're saying this has nothing to do with Roman, it does.
Hmm.
And I think when he said the whole young boy, that really hit a chord with him.
Hmm.
So, my thought process is being as a heel, and if we go with the heel or tweener, whichever you want to go, it is, he can say, I was about to apologize, but you interrupted me. You should know me better than this that I'm all about respect. I was going to apologize due to respect, but you didn't give me the same courtesy because you interrupted me, and then you tried to threaten me into an apology. And if you're my friend, you know how I'm going to react. E- Everybody does. And this is what I'm talking about respect because see the old guard, the old Samoans knew about respect. They respect everybody. But this new guard, starting with The Rock, when he screwed me out of making the change that this company needed with the belt, because if everybody remember that it was Punk who was supposed to be the one who wanted to bring the new title to WWE,
Hmm.
but they didn't let him because The Rock wanted to do it.
Hmm.
So he can reference that. Then he can say it starts with Roman. You know, I didn't want him in the Shield because of that. All because he's trying to use his family to get in where he didn't deserve. And then from that, he can go into so if it happens that they do join Roman, at that point, you can see him talking to Paul because Paul's in the hospital. You don't know, you can show that off camera. And because Braun's out, he can talk to Paul like, Paul, I know we have our differences, but there's a bigger beast in the room that we should be taking care of. And that's Roman. You know Roman. You know what's going to happen now with him and his friends and his family. You
Mhm.
know the bloodline runs deep. So, I have a vision to stop that.
That'd be hilarious.
At that point,
I'd be with it though.
it makes even more sense because obviously those two are by themselves.
Uh-huh.
They are not good by themselves. They don't have a mouthpiece.
Hmm.
Punk's the mouthpiece. Punk gives the vision. They go against the Usos for the tag title. They win the tag titles. Punk
Hmm.
can retain. You have a new vision. Punk still hates Seth. He still has a group and go after Seth. Now Braun's on the out because he's a heel, but typically when you're out for that long, depending on what happens, he can come back as a face and be like, okay, the same thing I did to them, they did to me. because we all think they were going to turn on him anyway. This
Yeah.
is just a way to wrap it around because of all the injuries. And
Mhm.
so it ties up the bloodline angle, the tag titles, the world titles, revenge on Seth for both because that's still not finished with Punk and Seth. And he gets revenge on Braun because he took away what he thought was his group.
Hmm.
All
And
tied together. And you can get many months of storylines out of that.
Yes.
you think that he would have this talk with Paul Heyman before Mania?
Why not?
Because Paul,
He's off camera. I don't expect to see Paul for a while because Paul sells injuries. So Paul's not going to be around
they
for a
say he's
bit.
going to be out indefinitely, so this would be an off-camera conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
with the
and wouldn't it just shake Roman to the core if all of a sudden Paul pops up with Roman at Mania for the match?
Well, there is still the matter of, because that's going to be the main event of night 2, and there's still the matter of Brock Lesnar having his open challenge at Mania, and if Paul Heyman's around, he's probably going to go out for that also.
Well, Seth will be occupied because I know they're not going to do this because of who they probably want. But if you have Brock go after Seth, and the reason being you took out my advocate, so I'm gonna take you out.
and but that also goes all the way back to the heights of the century.
Yep. So it all ties
with
in.
Brock and Seth.
Brock, Seth,
So
and
the,
Roman.
so the ending result is Blood and Shield, Bloodline and Shield reunion to try to take out the Vision.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
So finally, Seth and Roman bury the hatchet to get on the same page to take them out.
Yep.
I'm not mad at
And
that.
I like it, Xander. I like it. I like it. Now,
That's some fantasy booking right there for you.
hey, they might actually write that. I'm not even gonna lie. They might actually write that in.
Yeah. So, how did you? Well, Zando, since you're here, I'll go ahead and ask you this before we get off this topic. Um, how did y'all feel about the way that? Do you think that Punk did that on purpose to get the Usos to hit him, or do you think he was shocked that they actually pulled the trigger and hit him? Because he did push the mic into Jay's chest, and Jimmy's the one that struck him, and I don't think he expected Jimmy to hit him. I think he expected it to be Jay.
Yeah.
So, do you think he did it on purpose? This is for anybody who want to answer.
If anything, if
Is
you
he
know
still
anything
playing
about,
mind games? Is he
yeah,
still
if you
playing mind
think,
games, or
if
was he
you
just
know,
shocked that Jimmy hit him?
if you know anything about CM Punk is gonna always push your buttons, right? I don't think he expected Jimmy to hit him because it was like deliberately done towards Jay because Jay was the one that was being hot headed.
Mm-hmm. And screaming
But
and doing all that,
but
getting in his face.
to get that out of Jimmy, Jimmy was the one who talked to CM Punk for that Survivor Series match.
Mm-hmm.
It was those two on trying to bring that whole regime together for that Survivor Series match, and them trying to get Roman to play. Like Jimmy has always been the middleman of trying to bring stuff together. So for Jimmy to take it into his own hands to hit Punk, now that's gonna have Punk on edge.
Some people say that I saw this online also. I forgot what podcast I was listening to, but they were like, maybe the reason why Punk did what he did, talking to the Usos is like that because remember when Roman and Punk first had their promo together, Roman said that the Usos be coming to him talking shit about CM Punk.
Mm.
So maybe in the back of his mind he was like he don't know because he don't be knowing whether to believe Roman or not.
Right.
So maybe it's true. Are the Usos
But
running
then
back
it was
and
always
talking shit
like,
about me? Who
but then
knows?
it does go back to the first promo where he was like, you don't have nobody with you. You can't do it by yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. He says that Roman can't win matches by himself.
Mm-hmm.
So
I could see a scenario to where I'm not saying Punk is gonna retain. I like Xando's theory, like 100, like his theory. Um,
That's the only way I'm okay with him retaining.
yeah, yeah, is that. But like, let's just say if they want to do it a clean where Roman is the champion, I can see the Usos coming out and Roman like telling them, "No, stay back. I got to do this."
And that'll solidify his face turn.
It would,
All right.
because he's in that middle ground. Because he was faced when he teamed up with Jay, and they faced the Vision.
Mm,
So
hold on. Hey Zendo, appreciate you for joining us. Unless you're trying to do AEW Revolution predictions, uh, you don't got to stay if you don't want.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that. My phone died. I had to put it on the charger real quick. So I was just about to say with the Punk thing real quick. I don't think he planned it. I think it was just spontaneous because of what happened. But I don't think he planned it.
Okay.
okay.
All right. Well,
And
Do you think
in
that?
Revolution,
Do you think that?
no, go ahead.
I do got a question. So do you think with how do you feel with Jimmy actually striking Punk and like knocking him down instead of Jay being the one to do it?
That I think is a way of showing how mad they actually were, since he's supposed to be the cool, calm one. To get him riled up enough to actually get physical shows how deep the wound went with what he said. So that's
Do
good.
you
It shows that.
right? Do you think Punk goes to Jimmy to try to hash things out?
No, I don't think
Because
he's going to try to hash that at all.
because or just to figure out like what's up, like even try to have a
am I going to have to
conversation.
worry about y'all at Mania? Even that
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah.
He might. I'd be surprised if he does, because that's just not the way Punk is. He never tries. He's not going to try and go solve a problem. I apologize or anything like that.
No,
I
I
think
don't
he
think
might.
It wouldn't be an apology. It would be like, do I need to watch my back? Because he likes to be
I think he
straightforward.
might. I think he might go and say, "Hey, I wasn't going to involve y'all, but if you choose to get involved, then there will be repercussions." I think he's gonna let them know that hey, I'm not looking for a fight, but if you try to start one, you'll be sorry.
yeah.
That's what I think he'll do.
It's kind of like the conversation he had with Jay, like when they were feuding for the title.
Mm-hmm.
He was having similar conversations with Jay in the back, like I ain't trying to do this, but if you make me go there, like because it was between him, LA Knight, and Jay, and he was kind of having them talks, like he had it with LA Knight too, like, hey man, I don't got a problem with you, but if you want to take it there, we can take it there. Those type of conversations.
And I think that it's going to be a conversation like I've never had an issue with you. I know me and your brother, we had issues because we were competing for the title that I currently carry, but I've never had an issue with you. But now you're kind of making it an issue on that type thing. And I can see that being a one-on-one exchange between Jimmy and CM Punk and then Jay walking in on that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Punk is good at not necessarily starting the conflict,
Right.
but resolving it in a way to let you know, okay, I might not have started, but I'll definitely finish it, and I'll go blood feud if I have to.
Yeah.
Just look what I did to Drew. I ran into a whole other show.
Yep.
So actually, I got one more question before you get out of here. What should we expect from Roman when he comes to Monday Night Raw on Monday?
Ooh, that's a good question. Because in theory, Punk should be there, which means they should have an interaction. Now, I'm curious whether they're going to have an interaction or not. I think he's going to say that you talk about respect and you're supposed to be friends with like my family, but then you said what you said to your supposed friends of Jimmy and Jay and calling them young boys. They're nobody's young boys. I think he's going to say something to that effect, especially with the young boy, because young boy is getting thrown around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if many people even know what young boy means. They probably don't.
Right. I feel like if Roman says that, then all Punk is going to say is, I did that because of the way you treat them, and go back into Roman's narcissism and stuff like that. Honestly, if I was Roman, it'd be on site. As soon as
Roman's
I
basically
As soon as I
He's
saw
going to
some,
use this. He's going to use this as a way to justify what he's been saying about how it's all about ego and whatnot. He's going to try and flip it to use it to try and prove
yeah,
his point. What he's saying.
they're gonna have a one-on-one exchange. But I'm saying if I was Roman, we could talk. We still got 5 weeks till Mania, but this week when I come back, we ain't talking. So,
Yeah.
but all right, gentlemen, appreciate it.
And AEW, all I got to say is
Oh yeah,
uh, Persephone and Willow.
they are. Oh yeah, they had their match last night.
Yeah,
Out the Persephone.
Persephone.
All right, bro.
All right, y'all.
Yeah. You got anything else on this?
Mm.
All right. We can run through these AEW Revolution predictions really quick. I will be doing a watch party on Sunday for this. Saturday I'm gonna be busy, so I ain't gonna be doing no AAA watch party. Uh, and Monday I will be doing a 316 day watch party. It just so happens that Roman and Brock are both appearing on that show, so that should be a good one.
Do we get a Stone Cold?
They said that they want him to show up, but I don't think we are. When,
Yeah,
has he? When's the last time he been to one of them?
I have no clue.
So we have Ricochet versus Tommaso Ciampa versus 19 others to be determined in the 21 man Blackjack Battle Royal for the AEW National Championship. Some people were thinking that based off of what happened last night, they may switch that and have Ciampa versus Briscoe again, or maybe like the pre-show. Um, hell, I'm gonna just go with Rick. I'm gonna just keep it simple. I'm gonna go with Ricochet.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Um, Willow Nightingale, who retained her championship against Persephone last night, is going against Lena Cross, who recently debuted.
Willow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Hmm. Nah, I'm gonna go with Willow because right now Lena Cross is rolling with Megan Bain and Penelope Ford. But yeah, I'll still go with Willow. Uh, we got Boom Boom AJ and QT Marshall versus Sean Dean and Charlie Bravo. I'm gonna go with AJ and QT.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh, Let me get to the main event last. All right, so we do have a trios match. We have Darby Allin versus Orange Cassidy versus Roderick Strong versus the Dogs, which is David Finley, Clark Connors, and Gabe Kidd.
I am going with the Dogs.
I am too because I think the Faces won last night because it was a tag match and I think Roderick Strong came back
Yeah.
and helped. So then we got the because it says here we have the Babes of Wrath, which is I forgot Willow's a double champion, so she could fight twice.
Yeah.
We got Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale versus Mega Bane and Lena Cross.
I think they win the tag team championships.
Okay, so Lena loses the TBS but wins the tag with
Yeah.
Megan.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Timeless Tony Storm versus Marina Shafir in a singles match, but everybody is banned from ringside.
Mm.
I'm gonna go with
Where is this located?
uh it's in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing as Truth. I
I'm
was going
going
to
with Marina. I'm going
Marina.
with Marina.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they trying to build her up. It's hilarious to me that everybody in the Death Riders is a heel except for Moxley. That just makes me laugh. Uh, we got the Don Callis family, which is Okada, Kyle Fletcher, and Mark Davis versus Mystico and Jet Speed. So Mystico teaming with Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey for the trios tag titles.
Who's the champion?
Oh, Okada, Fletcher, and Davis.
Yeah, Don Callis family
Yeah, because the
retains.
trios champion, because the champions were Jet Speed and Hangman.
Yeah, Don Callis family retains.
Yeah. We got Brody King versus Swerve. Swerve is a full on heel now. I think Brody King
I'm,
might win.
I don't know. After seeing Brody break the chain,
And yeah, that's why I'm thinking that Brody might win. This would be probably the biggest win of his career.
yeah, it might be. Yeah, I'm gonna go Brody.
I'm gonna go Big Brody.
He got to get back into the championship picture, and with a win like this, it puts him back in that.
Hmm. He be barking like
Dogface Gremlin.
yeah, I'm about to say like Braun Breaker. They be barking. Um, he said, True said Brody, but Swerve goes unhinged after the match. I can see that. El Idolo Andrade versus Bandito. I'm gonna go Andrade.
Mm. Yeah, I'm gonna go Andrade.
You like Andrade's new gimmick?
It's
Where he's
alright.
like where he's a Latin lover, the Rico
Yeah,
Suave.
yeah, it's alright.
He be taking his pants off and taking selfies and stuff. Uh, we got FTR and Stokely. Oh, with Stokely. So FTR versus the Bucks. So we running this back again for the tag championships.
The
I'm going with
Bucks.
the Bucks. You said the Bucks?
Mm-hmm.
Go with the Bucks. Uh, okay. Then we have uh Thekla, the champion, AW Women's Champion, versus Chris Statlander in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Uh, I'm going to go with. How long has it been since Chris Statler came back?
I don't know, but she just lost the title. How long ago was that? Like a month? Like a month
Yeah,
ago?
I'm gonna stick with Thekla, even though that's a horrible wrestling name.
Yeah. What they call her? They don't call her the Black Widow. They call it something dealing with a spider.
Yeah.
Do they call it the Black Widow? I don't know. Then we have a no time limit match. Jay would love this. John Moxley, the champion, versus Konosuke Takeshita for the AEW Continental Championship. Okay, Toxic Spider. That's what it is.
Um,
So Moxley versus Takeshita, no time limit.
who's the champion?
Moxley.
Gosh.
I agree with Truth. I'm gonna go with Takeshita only
Yeah,
because Takeshita and Okada still got this beef, like this Judgment Day beef that's been going on forever. And they be
yeah,
costing each other matches and stuff like that.
yeah,
And Takeshita stopped the Don Callis family from jumping on Moxley last night too,
yeah.
because he wanted him fresh. And then we get to the main event, which is a last chance Texas death match for the AEW World Championship. Hangman Adam Page versus MJF. If Page loses, he will never be able to challenge for the AEW World Championship ever again. Cody Rhodes status.
Oh gosh.
This ain't hard for me. I'm picking MJF because they ain't taking that shit off of him. They want Osprey to take it off of him.
Yeah, I'm going with MJF. And so, do you see Hangman staying with AEW or transitioning somewhere else?
So I said this when Cody made that dumbass stipulation against Jericho all them years ago. Okay, True says MJF. Yeah, when Cody made that dumbass stipulation against Jericho all them years ago, you can always find a way to get him back
Mm-hmm.
into the title picture if the timing is right.
Right.
But for now, I think he'll just take a break. Um, maybe he'll start his TNT championship quest. It's a lot for him to do down there. Him and Ciampa would be a good matchup.
Yeah,
Him and Fletcher would be good. It's a lot of people that he can fight. He can fight. Because what I've learned in wrestling is no wrestler is too big for any belt.
true.
Because after Seth was world champion, he ended up winning the U.S. championship. John Cena used to always go back down and win the U.S. championship. Like no wrestler's ever too big for a title, or a
Hmm.
specific title. And AEW has like 1,000 titles, so Heyman could win any of them.
True.
He could win the Continental Championship, all that shit. But yeah, man, I think that's all we got for tonight. You got anything else?
You.
All right, everybody. We want to thank you for tuning in to Old Road Wrestling Podcast, episode 192. That means we are how many away from 200?
8.
Getting closer. Oh, before we get out, Hangman gonna be the workhorse like Mox. I can see that. I don't see Hangman leaving AEW anytime soon. But anyway, like I said, you have a lot of watch parties to look forward to. We have Sunday for AEW Revolution. I will be up here at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern Time for 316 Day. If anybody in the chat wants to join me for either one of those, just holler at me in the DM and I'll get your email and I'll go ahead and put you up here. Go ahead and join the chat for real. Yeah, other than that, this is your man Trey, aka OTR Trey, aka Treyway, aka Thursday Night Trey, aka Watch Party Trey.
And it's your boy JD, aka OTR. Mic drop. Peace out.